IGN Live 2026! Bellwright is a medieval survival city builder and RPG set inside an open world. After being framed and sentenced to death for the murder of a prince, you'll operate from the shadows to survive, craft, and build a rebellion against the oppressive crown. The PC version just celebrated its 2nd anniversary and sold 1 million units. Now the game is expanding to the next frontier. Take a look. Wow. Guys, here to tell us more about Bellwright and the console release, please join me in welcoming Donkey Crew Studio lead Florian Hofreither and lead gameplay developer Sergii Greben.
Thank you.
Welcome, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. Thank you guys for being here and joining me on IGN Live to talk about this next era of Bellwright. And of course, congratulations on the success so far.
Thank you so much.
Florian, talk to me about Bellwright's story and how it sets itself apart from other medieval titles like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 or Medieval Dynasty.
So the way we see it is that Bellwright has a very specific focus on purpose. This is your purpose as a player. This is your purpose as a character, as a protagonist in this story. It's about you having a purpose in what you build, what you acquire, what you do, and being able to look back after like 10, 20, 50 hours of gameplay and being like, I built all this. That was one of our fundamental principles when we built the game.
Sergii, I want to go to you. Bellwright's gameplay is a little bit unique. So you create settlements, you build armies, and then you get to choose between fighting alongside your troops or directing them into combat like a typical colony sim. Talk to me about the philosophy behind combat in Bellwright.
Well, the main thing that combat provides in Bellwright is context. While the main part of the game is still developing your village, town, community, you don't do it just for the sake of town building. There is purpose in that. You need to liberate the lands of Carvinia, and you need to defend your people from threats. And for that, you need army, and then you engage in combat. So it really drives you to become stronger, to build defenses, and in the end, become powerful and save your people from the evil queen.
Now, Bellwright features co-op play. How can friends make the most out of their multiplayer sessions?
I think the most important thing is to first state there is no wrong way to play. You can play however you want. But we noticed that a lot of people enjoy it when they actually experience the whole breadth of the game by having, like, every player has a little niche. Like, one player handles the homestead, one player handles the farming, one player handles the military aspects, another player handles the quests. That is something that I noticed very often. The players like to have the little niches, and then they basically form a kind of council that manages the game direction.
That's awesome. So when you guys play, what sort of role do you take on?
Oh, I'm sitting back. I'm not doing combat. I'm not good at that anymore.
What about you, Sergii?
I usually do the trading and economy stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm all about farming, so I'll be the farmer. I'll be good to set up all the crops and make sure everybody's fed. Now, what are some of the things about Bellwright that players might be surprised to learn about?
I think Bellwright holds a lot of things that unfold slowly over time. And that was one of the things that we wanted to always, that we intentionally aimed for. So when you start the game, you start with nothing. There's very little that you have. And it also, things that you do are very limited because you're nobody. But then as you progress, you just build up more and more. You recruit people, you recruit the whole following, you recruit a town, basically. And every person that you meet or that you recruit, you know them. You know them by name, you know their stats, you know what their purpose is. And there's like many elements of this in the game that just become available later. And at 100 hours into the game, you look back and you're like, is this even the same game? When I started, I had nothing. And now I'm here with all this complexity.
Yeah, there is a lot of layered complexity. So in the beginning, the game seems quite simple, and you don't need to worry about lots of things. But as you progress through, you change your gameplay, you change who you are in the world, and so you need to take care of a lot more things.
All right, well, your big announcement in this trailer is the official console launch. How long have you guys been working on this, and what are some of the biggest challenges you faced in translating it from the PC to these new platforms?
Yeah.
Well, we started working on the port like probably a bit over a year ago, and it was quite challenging in a way that we have a very ambitious project with a huge world that is fully simulated, and our goal was to port it to consoles without losing any of that, without losing any complexity, without losing anything that makes Bellwright great. And that was quite a difficult engineering challenge. So yeah, it's something we are very proud of, that we managed to do that console players can experience Bellwright just the same way as PC players, but it was not easy in any way.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Now, that is a huge step for the game. What is your vision for the future of Bellwright across all platforms, and can we expect other major gameplay updates?
Yeah, there are massive plans we still have. Like the way we see Bellwright right now, it is merely at its starting point. We really intend to have a game that like fans out in different directions. So it's not like individual features that we're planning. We are planning about the game becoming much more of a medieval simulator, a kind of a medieval world simulator, where the initial game is just an intro almost to much larger aspects in terms of the features in combat, the features in diplomacy, the features where you become a king, the features in traveling, exploration. There's a lot of things that we are planning to do in the upcoming month, years. And
All right. Well, we did ask the community for some questions, so if you guys are ready, let's jump in. All right. This first question comes from Yelder, and they want to know, what would you say was the toughest part about Bellwright to figure out during the early days of the development process?
Right. I think the toughest part is really when you stand there and you have nothing, as in the game is not yet even launching, and you need to come up with what could make fun, what could make fun to players. Because you have infinite decision space as a developer. There is no right or wrong. You just need to go with your hunch. And then in the end, when the game exists, you look back and everything looks obvious. But when you stand on the beginning, you're like, I don't know where this even goes.
In the beginning, it was very difficult because we had this amazing idea, but it was also very ambitious, and we didn't know if it will work until we actually tested it. So once we got to the stage where we were testing it internally and also with players, it became much easier.
Yes.
Yeah, I can just imagine years down the line, you'll look back at this point and be like, wow, we didn't see all this road ahead of us.
Yes.
But it's awesome. The next question comes from StarMix, and they asked, as a fellow creator, how do you deal with bridging the ego gap between the vision, the execution, and of course the results? How do you manage your expectations bound with how awesome the concept of Bellwright is?
Yes, thank you for kind words and awesome question, but to be honest, we don't really do that. In general, like realistic planning is probably not something we are very good at.
Yeah, like if we would have been very good at that, we probably never would have made Bellwright, because it's just grown way beyond our initial expectations, and it's just so full of things that probably were overscoped and just too big, and we just went and make it anyway. So I don't think I have a right answer for that, because it really depends on you as a person, if you would rather take the risky approach and do way more, or stick to the safe choices.
Yeah, we usually just dream about amazing games that we can make, potentially, and then we start making it, and then we come with some realistic things that we can do.
Yes.
Well, guys, I cannot wait to talk to you guys again once more updates come through. Thank you so much for joining me here at IGN Live. Anything you want to say to the fans checking out Bellwright for the first time?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. It means the world to us, really.
Guys, I am so thankful. Bellwright is available right now in early access on Steam and launches on Xbox and PlayStation in just 3 days on June 9th. Thank you guys so much for watching. And for more on everything video games, you're already at the right place. IGN.